Hi everybody, Charlie here. This week it's episode 122 of the Cherry Podcast, and we talk about when you should wait before you buy singles from a brand new set of cards. We talk about how you might price a 1-1 or pop 1 card. We look at some of the pushback on Grayson's Tatum take. And we talk about the Hobby Hangout show in Sydney next week. Thanks for listening, guys. See you on the next episode. Bye. Yes. Yeah, first coffee, G. Welcome back. Good luck to you.
I've just fallen off the band. I've fallen off the wagon.
You have. Josh, Goose, Nathan, WA sports fan. Welcome. 101 MC. Jared Brown Carpentry, Raoul.
Oh, I love the name Raoul.
It's a brave name. It feels like to me, and it's a name that you gotta live up to that name. I feel a bit like if you're called Raoul, you better be cool.
Yeah, well,
you can't be daggy.
There's I went to university with a guy called Raoul, and if he's watching this, I apologise.
Yeah.
Massive crush on him.
Was he cool?
He had this amazing it was like a cross between Edward Furlong's hair.
Yes.
And
back
Fabio.
in '91.
So it was just
long,
blonde, and oh man, I was like, I just want to be that guy so badly.
Yeah.
I hope he's a mess now.
I hope he's a mess. Equally as much of a mess.
Yeah, cool name.
Cool Raoul, cool. Yeah, that's right, Nathan. Rich Oz, hello. We've got a few topics to talk about today, but as usual, send through your questions. If you've got a question you want to ask Grayson or me, send it through with the question sticker, and then we can answer them at the end of the show. We've got a few topics to talk about. The first thing that we will tell everybody, though, is that we've got some great end of financial year deals live. At the moment, it is all our sealed boxes and packs.
Huge.
It's huge. Quite frankly, there's some great deals there across NBA, NFL, wrestling, UFC, soccer, baseball, just about everything.
Heaps. There'll be more stuff added. There's some stuff there that doesn't have a discount on it because we've literally held it out of stock for this particular sale.
Yeah.
So some of it is just way under what you find it for anywhere else. Some stuff's already sold out. I'm going over to Melbourne to look see if there's more inventory to put in.
Are you?
Yep.
When's that?
I'm going over tomorrow.
Oh shit!
Tomorrow, Saturday.
Okay.
But the crazy numbers. Some of the stuff is heavily reduced. We just want it gone.
Yep.
Some of it we've looked at for a while. Other stuff is relatively new and been quite popular, but we got a lot of it. So,
and people are snapping it up already this morning.
Yes, and the most important thing is that we've buried the lead a little bit. There's going to be, at the moment, we're repricing hundreds of thousands of singles. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to get some of them out this month, but we've got some categories, particularly the gaming categories, that we'll be updating the prices on by this afternoon and tomorrow. So definitely keep your eyes out on those. And a lot of the sports as well, just not maybe some of the big boys.
Yeah, not quite yet.
Huge sale. Biggest sale.
Yeah. It is a big one. So get yourself a deal over there today because that's where it's going to be. And from now until basically the 30th, we've got different deals rolling out.
Yes.
All right, with that out of the way, the sales pitch. We had a lot of pushback on
what?
You know what? On your Tatum take.
Okay.
Last week, and it's not just last week. It's been ongoing. But last week, after I posted out a couple of quotes from the podcast, all the Tatum people were very upset, saying you are premature with your assessment of Tatum. He's still a young lad.
Oh, is
right?
Mm-hmm.
He's still a young lad.
Yeah.
He can still deliver.
All right.
So, I mean, what do you have to say to that? I mean, this is what I do. Is I take the temperature of the hobby under the tongue, and then I report back to you.
Well, firstly, let me just say this, that it wouldn't have been any of our listeners, our true Cherry listeners, because I think that they're more sensible than that.
Yeah.
But I'm conflicted somewhat because, not about my opinion, I'm conflicted because moments before we went to do this podcast, Dale said to me, "Don't you dare say another thing about Tatum."
Oh, did he?
He said he got hammered with DMs during the week.
Oh, for like Tatum offers?
Yeah, Tatum offers and shit offers. Like people that were taking the piss.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he doesn't take a joke.
Nah.
Like,
no, he doesn't like jokes.
No, he doesn't like jokes. No. So I'm conflicted. But I'll say this. They're wrong.
Yep. They're wrong.
No, I'll say that this concept of he's young and this stage, Curry hadn't, I shared the thing. Curry hadn't achieved what he'd achieved, what Tatum's achieved up until this point. But my feeling is that you can say, oh, well, Zion hasn't achieved anything yet because he's been out with an injury all season and he's a big guy and big guys take long. Also, Tatum legitimately has had amazing coaching, a very strong components around him, like
Robert Williams,
Jaylen Brown is a rock. You've got senior guys like Al Horford. He's had guys around him throughout his career that have been great to play with, not so disruptive. Although he had Kyrie at the start, and he doesn't do anything wrong. It appears that he literally just puts in all the time. Like he's so dedicated to his craft that go back. Curry his ankles were falling apart. The Warriors were a mess. I think that Tatum he's done every single thing right. And he disintegrates into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And my point to everyone was that you look at these Tatum prices, you're not going to get better prices than this. Take them. It wasn't that Tatum's terrible. I realize that he's probably still in the top, 30 players in the NBA. Or maybe 50 players in the NBA. He's not the best player in the Celtics, so maybe the top 50 players in the NBA. But he's shown us so much, and I don't see what he can do that's going to take that next step, because I think it's all up here. I don't think it's fitness related.
Well, it has to be at that level, doesn't it? I mean, I was talking about this with somebody the other day, that at that level, NBA, NFL, AFL, soccer, whatever it is, everybody on that squad, the coaches know you have the skills to be here. So that's not in question. It's whether you have the mental capacity, the toughness, or whatever it takes to execute or think that you deserve to be there, or whatever it is. So everybody has the body, everybody has 15, 16, 17 years of practice on the court. Everybody's got that. That's a given. It's the difference is the mentality, like Kobe.
Absolutely. And some people you can take that step, other people you can't. Like some people, that is the step. You've stepped.
Yeah, that's as far as you've hit your ceiling.
Yeah, and that was my point to everyone. And I mean, if our listeners, and I'm sure many of our listeners, the true believers, would have sold our entire Tatum collections 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago when I did say that this is it. Get out now. And that's why I'm right, because if you'd sold, I think you'd be in a much better position than now. I think his prices have dropped 30-40%. I mean,
do you think the Celtics get back there next year?
I actually thought the Celtics were cooked the season before.
Well, yeah, nobody was thinking the Celtics were going to be in the finals at the beginning of this season.
Yeah, and I thought they were done. I thought that the pieces had fallen apart. That Brad Stevens was a tremendous coach, and he'd just obviously taken a different role. I thought it was over. So do I think they get back? They've clearly got the right front office, and that goes a long way in that business. So, and like, if you put a good part, if you could have put a good piece beside Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, I mean, you've still legitimately got 3 serious players.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that Tatum is no good, it's just that he's not the most valuable collectible player in the NBA.
No.
So,
Okay. Interesting. Nick Lee says, you're always right.
thank you, Nick. I appreciate that.
Take that. And one card grading. Second best player in a losing side in a championship is nothing to be sneezed at. Top 50, big call. That is a big call, and you know that.
If you would trade, if there were players available right now, I would take Robert Williams before I would take Jayson Tatum.
He was grinding in those matches.
Robert Williams. You could put Robert Williams with I don't know. You put Robert Williams with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and you've legitimately got a team that can win. If you put Jayson Tatum there, nah.
It doesn't make any difference.
The fourth quarter, he's not doing anything. Whereas Robert Williams is literally protecting the rim. He's getting the offensive rebounds.
So many rebounds.
Yeah, and he's potentially a scoring threat in close, which means that he gives Davis needs time because he can't hit threes. So, yeah, do you know the Lakers took the most? They took the most threes. They hit the most. They got the most good look threes of any team in the NBA.
Wow.
They just missed them.
Yep.
So you think about that. Like if they get the guys that can hit those shots, that turns around quickly. That organization.
Interesting. Well, that is enough about Jayson Tatum until next season.
Sorry, Dale.
Next topic we have is one that came up in our Facebook group, which is a collector had hit. I can't remember what it was, but it was a 1-of-1.
Oh.
And he had no idea how to price this card. He was looking to sell it. He wasn't a fan of the player, and he wanted to get out of it. It's just a big card, and I want to sell it. But how do I price it? And it came up in the comments underneath as well. A collector had something that was just a pop 1 in the pop report. It was the only one there. So how do you go about pricing that? Is the question.
Well, firstly, I don't. I get Dale to.
That's true.
It's a very difficult thing, and it's a very personal thing. I had a 1-of-1 of a soccer player, Eric Garcia, who I think is a brilliant young defender. He's playing for some good teams. He was at Manchester City. He's since gone to Barcelona, I think. So fantastic rookie prism, 1-of-1, and it's probably worth like $400 or $500. I'm not interested. I'm not interested at all. I think that's potentially like a $5,000 plus card.
Yeah.
The market definitely doesn't think it.
No.
He's a defender. There is very little about it that would make anyone legitimately want. I'd probably take $5,000 for it.
Yeah.
But so, if 99 people out of 100 get that card, it's probably going to list for, I don't know, 1,000, sell for 500.
Yeah.
So it's very personal. There's things about that card I like. I think if you are looking to try to price something based on eBay sales,
Yeah.
I would look for gold variants of the card, gold variants of that player, and I would price it very similar to those. A little bit higher. Gold is more popular than, we'll call it black, because there's more people that can bid against it, and it's a more popular color. So I think that you're not going to be far off. If it is of an icon, and there's not many, then whatever number you want, double it, and then look at offers.
Yeah.
Because there's just no one else that's going to be. You're not going to see it again. Good luck if you do. The worst thing that my phone has is the ability to show me memories. Does your phone show you photo memories and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's like...
Sometimes they're good, though.
No, they're never good.
Oh, they're never good.
It's like...
Mine are great. Some of mine are great.
In 2012,
Yeah.
you got this card. And it's like, I remember buying that card.
Yep.
I also remember selling that card.
Yep.
And that'd be worth it. That's a boat. That's a trip to Fiji.
Yep.
That's a... Yeah, real shit time. I feel like I just want to erase... Like, anything before 2018 on my phone, I'm just dead.
Yeah,
to me.
I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, except my daughter, obviously. That's the only thing.
Yep.
Pics of Eva and nothing else.
Yeah. 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 Okay, so it's really about, especially with something of an icon, LeBron, Jordan, Andre the Giant, whatever you want, wherever you want to be.
Underpriced.
Throw the anchor out there with a big old price and see what people offer.
Yep.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Maybe people get close to it, maybe they don't. But, it's really kind of I think, if I had this number of dollars,
That's right.
I'd send you this card straight away.
I don't want to sound like someone on TikTok, but if you get yourself a piece of paper and you write down, like, I don't know, Tesla, business class trip to San Francisco. Like, if you write down those things and you go, would I swap it for that? No. Would I swap it for that? No. Would I swap it for... Okay, I'll swap it for that. All right, what's that worth?
Yeah.
That's worth that. Okay, well, that's my price.
Yeah.
He's a dickhead. Oh, last sale was this. Like, I don't care.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So what do you want to buy it for then?
Yeah.
Send me your price.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, cry emoji.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Laker jumping on.
Yeah, he's never working. Very rarely.
Okay, that was that topic. Now, going from that, it's sort of a similar topic actually, because we're talking more about singles, that sort of secondary market. This was another topic spotted on Twitter, is how should you go about buying singles from a brand new set that's just dropped? It's come out today or yesterday. People are super excited about it. Everybody's trying to rip it. Everybody's trying to get a box of it. Singles are getting listed. What should you do? Should you jump at that first opportunity or wait it out a bit and see where it goes?
So my feeling on this is that there's short printed cards, and then there are just the other stuff.
Yep.
Anything that is short printed, you're only going to get a couple of bites at it. I missed a Ronaldo Color Blast from Prism. It sold for like $6,000 US, and I value that card well above $10,000. I was hoping another one would pop up, and that I'd be able to somehow use that price as a bit of a guide or a bargaining chip and pay overs. None did. Two have popped up and they've won $150,000 or best offer. The odds of getting them down to 7.5, not great.
Yeah.
So that's a short printed card. You have to move early. You have to overpay. What do you get? You get the opportunity to grade it because you know it probably hasn't been graded. So that's adding value. That's a 20-30% boost in its price if you ask me, because for example, if you've got the Charizard alternate art, raw maybe 400-500, PSA 10, 2K, it's worth it early. Like, it's very much worth it to have that that grade. The other stuff, the number to 99s, number to 150s, the base cards, the one per box inserts, wait.
Yep.
Like, wait, you're going to find them, and they're only going to go up if your guy that you collect is on that, like, steep incline. Like, so what, that's Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Like, Steph Curry's aren't getting much cheaper, no matter what it is.
Luka, maybe?
Yeah, like guys on the way up.
Yeah.
So, but that short print stuff, you got to move early, and we missed the Andre Gold. You know, a lot of people would say it's massively overpriced. I just think that good luck getting one. You know, overpay for greatness, and the other stuff wait. But just a little insight too. Like when we list new sets, so just say we list WWE Revolution. When we list those singles, that's all going into stock to see if the market wants it.
Yeah.
Where's the market at on its price? If that stuff doesn't sell, then we make a decision whether or not it's getting graded or not. Mm-hmm. It's not getting assessed prior. So if you're getting it early, you're a chance of picking up stuff that's going to grade. Whereas if you're waiting, if you're waiting in 3 months' time, it's not graded. Good luck. You've probably got like a 2% chance of a PSA 10, 1%.
Oh, okay. So that's the sort of calculation that people should be looking at as well.
Absolutely.
Like stuff not yet graded. It's like, why not? Okay. Big Mike. Retro soccer cards.
Sweetie.
Nice.
Saw Sweetie's new Xbox controller. He got a little custom-made Western Bulldogs Xbox controller.
Cool. Like the colours.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I just wanted just a full cherry red one.
Yeah.
Which is probably already available. It doesn't need to be custom.
Hard to come by, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Some of those colours, you can't find them. I think that's it. Apart from our very last one, we've got a reminder of the Sydney Hobby Hangout next week.
Yes.
Which is going to be great. We'll be up there in Sydney. We've got we might have a special dinner for some collectors on the Friday night.
VIP dinner.
Yeah.
Big hit last time.
But then, well, you couldn't even get on the plane. Then the big day at Manning House, Sydney University. That'll be busy.
What would have happened if they tried to kick King Golden off a plane?
Oh, it would have been an international incident, I imagine. Ken Golden doesn't fly commercial, though, does he?
No, I think Dwayne The Rock Johnson just flies him around.
Yeah.
I think
Listen, Dwayne, I need the plane.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Today.
Send it down. Yeah, you got it, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just in there. He's in.
Yeah. So Sydney next week, come and see us. But I know some people in our Facebook group are already keen to bring their cards in to sell. McLaren Cards says Zion underpriced right now. We saw this week he's looking trim. Boom, he's flexing. I mean, it is a bit of a cliche by now.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you've done it a few times to a Zion. You know, hey guys, remember I'm training. I'm in the weight room and whatnot. But what do you think? Still believe.
I genuinely believe the hype. I mean,
yeah,
without any games under his belt, he just dominated every single team. Like he literally, in his first 20 games, I don't know, he averaged like 21 points or something crazy. Like he's a cheat code in the true sense of the word, and I just hope that you would anticipate that he'd be healthy, and I don't buy into he's got this Achilles heel that's going to constantly bring him down. I think it's unrealistic. He'll have injuries that he manages the same way that Steph manages them, the same way that Kawhi managed all of his, and at some point in his career he'll probably be a mess. Yeah, so I think it's going to be incredible, and I hope that there's not some awful incident, because I think that the NBA needs Zion very, very quickly.
I tend to agree, because he's just potentially so exciting and different to, chuck the ball out to somebody on the 3-point line all the time. So just seeing somebody who's able to dominate in a way, like a Shaq did. He's not as tall as Shaq, obviously, but that's how he looks to me. And when you see those clips of him in college, you're like, oh my goodness, look at that. the dunks, the athleticism. It would be exciting to see someone like that in the NBA now, instead of everybody standing around the three-point line literally every game.
Yeah.
Just whee all the time. Like, I get it. You guys got to shoot threes.
It must be so hard. And we look at Jordan De Goey in the AFL, like, as an example. It must be so hard to get that core group of people around you. Shaq obviously had it, particularly, he talks about that, you know, he's got a board of directors, like 5 people
Yeah.
that help him make decisions. LeBron's clearly had it.
Yeah.
There's people around you to help you deal with the adversity that comes with the injuries, that comes with the fame, that come with the, you know, not being able to live up to certain expectations, that is inevitable. And to basically say, listen, this is, you know, Zion, don't do this. You know, the Jordan De Goey one's a perfect example whereby he's got an agent who is a relative who has absolutely, you talk about power imbalance, he's got absolutely no ability to have power over the client. And the client's gone, hey, I'd like to go and do X, which every single other person who's completely unrelated to it realizes is not a smart move.
Bad idea.
Yeah, this is not just a bad idea. This is just an idea that just can't happen.
Yeah.
And proceeds to do it, and you're like, how at that level? Like, you just need someone to say no. Like,
Yeah.
and you pay them. Well, that's why you pay agents so much money to make it a stick that hurts. Okay, well, I better do paying you a lot of money to tell me to not buy, you know, $500,000 worth of Topps Chrome UEFA in 1 month, for example.
For example, just a random
Hypothetical.
Yeah.
Good question.
It is a good question.
Why did it make me so sad?
Honestly, I cannot get rid of it.
Big fingers.
Big fatties. Oh, there we go.
Oh, and you wave. Like, people think you love them, but it's just an accident.
Yeah.
I like the sticker one.
Which one?
Adam.
From Adam Elsom. On card versus sticker autos. Your thoughts? You've talked about this before.
Yeah, on card, obviously, all
Yeah.
day. Saw a beautiful preview this morning of the Topps soccer product with booklets and just gorgeous Inception booklets. Inception, probably one of our best-selling brands. It's definitely our best-selling brand outside of a Panini release. Doesn't matter what it is. You could have Inception, Australian farmers, and it would blitz.
Yeah.
But sticker autos, and it just doesn't look good. I get that, but sticker autos, in terms of getting to a place where we've got enough products so that the pricing stays down, so that we've got, you know, cards that grade really nicely, so that we've got the ability to have less redemptions in products, I think fantastic. Like, I think that you should, and I think Panini, I think their intention is right. They try to create this block of products that are heavy with stickers.
Yeah.
And then they try to create this block that have got a lot of, a couple of brands, like maybe 20% of their brands are very much on card specific. They just haven't been able to nail that. So I think that's what the hobby should do. I've got very good intel that it's not what fanatics want. They want on card autos and they don't want redemptions.
That's tough to do.
It is tough, and I don't think it. I think if you ask Panini, if you were sat in a room with DJ at Panini, I reckon it's probably the same conversation. Yeah, we want no redemptions and we want on-card autos. And then you kind of drill into it, and it's the case of, well, you know, I honestly still want unicorns to be real, but like they just aren't.
Yeah.
Although my daughter asked Google if unicorns are real, and Google responded by saying that they were pretty sure they'd seen some unicorn poo at some point, which I thought kept the dream alive for me as well.
Adam says low end, more stickers, premium products should be on card. That's pretty good rule.
Yeah, and this brings us to the National Treasures conversation where there's always pushback. National Treasures got stickers. I think it's important to recognise a product's lineage. National Treasures started as an all-sticker product. National Treasures has become this giant in the NBA space. And that's built around an on-card auto set within it. I don't mind that. Because if that keeps the cost to a level where they can continue to create it, it's not always going to be $5,000 a box. It was $800 a box. At some point in time, we're going to see it closer to 800 than 5,000. There's no point going out on them to try to get everything in it on card when it's already got its selling point. Its selling point is those true RPAs. If everything's on card, waters them down. Yeah, don't try to change things that work. Is kind of my feeling. So I don't think you can just go high and low end. I think you still need to look at, you need maybe 5% of the brands, absolute focus on card. 95% of the brands, good mix.
Yeah. Let's take one more from Carmelone Collector. I wonder if Carmelone Collector will be at the Hangout next week, because he was last year.
Will he be at the VIP?
Maybe.
He's regular. Always asking questions. Good questions too.
Yeah. He says, do you see a space in the hobby for more eclectic type cards, such as horse cards, TV shows and or more movies? I would love it. I would love them to do more sets of, like cult TV shows, cult movies. That's one of the reasons. That's the reason I was excited about Zero Cool. We haven't heard much recently with their Jackass set. I mean, that, I'm not a massive Jackass fan. It was fun to watch.
You're more a Jackass fan than most, I would have thought. You're a top percentile.
Yeah, probably. But I don't need cards. I don't need cards of Jackass. But I do need cards of like if you did horror cult movies. You did we've got a premium Nightmare on Elm Street set. We've got a premium Halloween set, Evil Dead, and you went back to other great movies and TV shows like that. That'd be fantastic.
I know for a fact Panini have been really interested in doing some music ones, and they did Americana. It didn't do very well at the time. I think the times have changed.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to, and Josh Luber loves writing those manifestos, wouldn't you love to see the in the creative meeting where they're writing down sets we'd like to see?
Yeah.
Imagine that list. He must just be Mr. Rubin, can I get the checkbook, please?
Yeah.
Some of those sets would be unreal.
Yeah, and I mean, people are starting to catch on. There's already a couple of customizers who do try and fill that gap.
Yep.
Who do Phantom Cardboard. If you're on Instagram, look for Phantom Cardboard, because he does basically unlicensed sets of 80s style movies. He's got a Rambo set, he's got the Labyrinth, David Bowie's set. He's got all sorts of sets that movies that should have or would have had the types of movies that would have had cards, and he makes sets for them, and you can buy them on his website for not very much, and they're great fun.
Well, speaking of that, we're actually getting. I was speaking to Brian Gray the other day. We need to get him on.
Yes, well, he's got that new pop culture. I think he just dropped today.
Oh, did he?
A new Leaf pop culture set and the headliner is Robert De Niro autos.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
So he's the best at doing this already. And we get in products that feature like 12-year-old high school basketballers with the prospect that we know how good his non-sport stuff is. We're getting the Benchwarmers release, comes out soon. It's Benchwarmers, of course, historically, ladies in then is it negligee?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Things like that.
Yep.
And I actually just had an idea that I'm going to email him. I wonder if they've got like an OnlyFans insert set. Because bring it up to modern times.
Yes.
You could probably do an insert set by contacting those ladies and offering them a certain rate. I would have thought
like
similar.
the top 10 ladies 10. On OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Hey, it's OnlyFans trading cards.
Yes.
Yep. Limited release.
Yes. Blake could collect it.
Yes, he would. Yeah, he definitely would.
You know that he signed up and used all Cherry's details.
Yes.
He's got a username which is like... It's like Cherry 1036.
Jesus. Oh, my goodness. And OnlyFans set, take the top 10, 20 girls, ladies, and...
or men.
Yeah.
I don't think there's men in the set.
I don't know.
Should be.
I don't know how they'd sell. I imagine they would.
Should be.
There'd be fans of them out there who would snap them up. Well, if anybody could do it, Leaf could do it.
Oh, Brian, he'd knock it out of the park.
Yeah. Great questions. Thank you, everybody. We better get going because we've got lots of stuff to get out the door today with this sale. But thank you all for your great questions. Thanks. You for tuning in. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.